Hi, I'm Frank Adornato. Thanks for tuning in again. Today's topic is cycling. I want to go over some of the basics for proper and fast and efficient cycling. There are about 4 or 5 things you want to be aware of when you're riding, and the first and most important is the pedal turnover. The pedals drive the bike, so you want to make sure that you're being efficient and powerful on the pedal stroke. Think about perfect circles when you're riding. Perfect circles meaning you're pushing down on the pedal as well as pulling up on the pedal through the complete 360-degree turn. You need toe clips or clipless pedals to do this because your foot needs to be in contact with the pedal through the full 360 degrees. But work on perfect circles. Don't waste efficiency by simply pushing down through maybe a third of the pedal turn. Second thing is your cadence. How many times a pedal goes around per minute. You want to aim for 90 revolutions per minute as a key number on the flats and rolling hills. 85 to 100 is a good range. The only time you'll vary from that is when you're actually climbing, and then you might go down to 55, 60, 65 depending upon the length and the grade of the hill that you're climbing. Third thing you want to talk about is your position on the saddle. You want to be sitting in the center of the saddle, not forward on the nose and not way back. Pretty much in the middle is a good balanced place to be. Now, one exception to that is if you're climbing a hill seated, you might find it better to scoot back to the very back of the saddle so you engage larger muscles in your hamstrings and your glutes. Gives you more power climbing that hill. If you're riding on a triathlon bike where the position of the saddle is a little more aggressive, which means that the saddle, the geometry of the bike is such that the saddle is forward of the pedals, you definitely want to scoot back to the back of the saddle when you're climbing seated so that you engage those bigger muscles. The next thing I want to talk about is your hand position on the handlebars. As you can see in this insert, the first position is the most common position, and that is with your hands on top of the brake hoods. Second position is an alternate and sometimes considered a resting position where your hands sit on top of the handlebars as you're cycling. And the third, aggressive position, down on the drops. Now in all of these positions, if you notice, the elbow is slightly bent. Whenever you're holding onto those handlebars, you don't want to lock your elbows. It just sends road vibrations right through your body, which is very uncomfortable. Keep your elbows bent. Now if you have a triathlon bike, as shown in the second insert, your hands and your arms are sitting on the pads, your hands are out on the points, and this is a good indication of the position you want to be in when you're riding on a tri-bike on the aero bars. Okay, that's pretty much it for basics. Here's one of my favorite workouts if you want to try it to help build speed on the bike. I call them 1, 2, 3s. When you're out riding, you want to do several sets of 6 minutes each. Each 6 minutes is broken up as follows. In the first minute, progressive gearing. Increase your gearing through the minute and increase your speed so that at the end of the minute you're pushing very hard. At the end of that minute, drop back the gear 1 notch and then hold the fastest speed possible for 2 minutes. And then rest for 3. If that 2-minute interval becomes a little too easy, you can increase it to 3 minutes and even 4 minutes. But start off with 1, 2, 3s. Try it on the road. I'm sure you'll find it helpful, and I'd love to hear back from you and get your feedback. Well, that's it for today. If you have any questions or comments, please send me an email. The email address is shown below. I look forward to hearing from you, and I look forward to seeing you in an upcoming video. Until then, you take care and train smart.